Good morning, Internet. It is Tuesday morning, and I am making one of the stops that I make super often, which is to the post office. We do this just about every day. Sometimes I'm the one delivering the packages. Sometimes Rob's the one delivering the packages. What packages, you might ask? Well, for those of you who have been wondering, turn a key to turn off the key. How barbaric is this? No buttons? You have to turn a key? Still getting used to the key, guys. So Rob runs a business out of our home called Big Rob Deals. And he is a reseller, and he has shops on eBay and Mercari and Poshmark and Amazon. And we're constantly, finding really cool stuff to sell in the store and selling that stuff in the store and then sending it all over the country. So one of the cool things I get to do right now is go ahead and grab up all the packages and take them inside. So I'll be right back. Alrighty, packages have been dropped off. Batman's good to go. And we're good to go to the magazine. Alright. So yesterday was my first day in the Kia Soul. First day with the rental car. And I made a video yesterday. And the very first comment on that video was, "Hey, where's Batman?" First of all, I love you guys for noticing and or even caring about something like that. And Batman didn't make it to work with me yesterday, but he is with me again today. Batman is very special to me because Batman is my favorite, and I like Batman of all of the other superheroes because there's a lot of speed bumps at the post office. Let's do this again. One more speed bump. Anyway, the reason I like Batman is that Batman doesn't have any superpowers. Batman's superpower is that he has money and he's super angry. So theoretically, with enough money and enough rage, I could be Batman. Why not? That's like attainable. Batman's basically the American dream. So I've always liked Batman because I've I can be Batman. And maybe that sounds nuts, but I've always been super enthusiastic about Batman, and because of that, when my son and daughter-in-law saw that particular Batman action figure, I believe they rescued him from a thrift store, this giant Batman action figure back here. They thought of me right away and said, "Oh, she has to have it," and brought it to me, and he's been in my car ever since. So that is why Batman is my co-pilot. I'm pretty pleased with Batman. It's a pretty cool thing to have in my car all the time. But anyway, let's talk more about the post office. Let's talk about Big Rob Deals. So yeah, like I said, I'm at the post office basically every single day. If I don't go, Rob goes, and if sometimes we both go. Sometimes I'll take a load of packages out on my way to work in the morning, and then he'll have to go again in the afternoon because he got orders during the day. So that is pretty awesome. He sells just about everything in the stores, which has been super fun for me because we go out and about acquiring all kinds of things. Right now it's a lot of really hilarious t-shirts and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of pairs of jeans, which is amazing. And but it's not just clothes. I mean, we also have a bunch of real vintage Swarovski rhinestones that we're selling on there. And oh gosh, what else? Oh, Rob found this crazy looper mixer board MIDI, M-I-D-I, MIDI, am I saying that right? MIDI keyboard thingy. And it has that in the shop right now. See how technical I am about this kind of thing? I don't know stuff about that. When I did spend my days as a musician, I was a stringed instrument person and not a keyboard person. If I played an instrument at all, mostly I just sang. So the MIDI keyboard has me a bit baffled, but it is really goddamn neat, and you should definitely go check it out. So Big Rob Deals has been fun, and the thing that we've really enjoyed about it is when we had a Alessandro, we would go out and do our acquisitions until we were running out of battery, and then we would go home. So that the gasoline prices did not become a factor in the acquisition process. we live in a really weird city out here. Las Vegas is a very strange place. We have a lot of outlets that you don't have other places. There are a lot of brands and retail stores, like Saks Fifth Avenue. You know, they've got different locations around the world. You know, the flagship, of course, being in New York. But we have Saks here, but we also have Saks off Fifth. You know, which is their outlet where everything's marked down like 80%. Like, we have stuff here that you don't have other places, and that's, you know, prime territory for a reseller, to go out and do what they do and, you know, make that stuff available to other places and to provide a living for us and to allow Rob to be self-employed. And it's been so much fun. And Alessandro, the Volt, has been the perfect vehicle for it, because it doesn't matter. So far, it has not mattered how much acquisitions we do. We just put the seats down and, you know, we can fill up the Volt, and that's it. It's good to go. It doesn't matter how many packages we have to take out. We have yet to exceed the capacity of either the Volt or really the Hyundai, the Accent, either. That old Accent. I think it's an 06. Yeah. It's a tiny little hatchback, super stripped down, like no options thing, but the cargo space on the inside is unbelievable. So, I mean, you have like all of this room for packages and stuff. And now today I'm out doing the Kia thing for Big Rob Deals, and it perfectly sufficient. There's nothing wrong with this. And this would probably, like, if this were my car, this would definitely suit my needs in reseller town. But I don't know, I haven't talked about the Big Rob Deals thing at all. If I have, it hasn't been very much until now. I mean, we have so much stuff. There's always stuff going on. We're always doing stuff. But I want to talk about it a little bit today, because it's one of the things that has kind of broken me out of this funk that I've been in for the last, 6 months or however long it's been. I guess it's been maybe less than 6 months. Just since, building up Big Rob Deals and working on that with Rob and having that to do together has been amazing. And then, taking that positive energy and rolling that into, okay, now I'm also going to go work at this magazine. It's been good. And every time I come home from work, Rob's also been working all day, and he's gotten, tons more stuff listed, or he's optimized the store some more, and he's been packing stuff up. He's been talking to customers. I mean, it's been amazing. It's been a really cool journey, and I am excited to see Big Rob Deals grow. He works so hard. This whole thing was, it just started out as a really neat idea. And, he asked me, like, do you think this is something that could really work? And I was like, well, damn, there's only one way to find out. Let's jump in the deep end. Go, go, go. And I guess that's the way we do everything. But, in this case, that happens to have worked out, and it's worked out marvelously. And we're having so much fun, and when it stops being fun, it's just not worth doing anymore. And everything we're doing right now is fun. Big Rob Deals is a blast. I like learning about stuff. I like learning about different brands and different products, and developing my eye for those things, especially when it comes to clothing. I have very eccentric taste when it comes to how I dress myself. So I can't put that same taste, that same idea out and apply it to what I think other people might want to wear, because whenever I go places, nobody else looks like I do. So obviously I'm in the minority for my taste over here. A big giant FedEx truck just pulled out in front of me, and it is smoking like a mofo. Ooh. All right, buddy. Hope you're not I don't even know if there's anything wrong with that, but usually those commercial diesels don't smoke like that. Ooh. All right, anyway. But anyway, that's been fun, and having the electric car to go do it all has made it a lot more attainable. It's when I quit teaching and we really didn't have anything else going on because the solar thing melted down. There's only so much when you don't have that regular income to reinvest. Reselling becomes very difficult, and I think it would have been a lot harder if we had to worry about gasoline on top of all of it. If we had to worry about keeping gas in the car, you know, because I went 3 months after I quit teaching and never put gas in Alessandro. Like, really, it was 3 months that we were able to do everything that we did without putting gas in the car. Now, that doesn't seem like that big a deal, but I mean, it really, really is when you think about it. I mean, that's several $100s that we didn't have to worry about, like, that, you know, we didn't have at the time, that we didn't have to worry about the expense of. And I don't know, it was a little disorganized thought, but I was kind of thinking about the more subtle ways electric cars affect our lives, the more subtle ways electric cars might affect our culture and our society. And I've been a small business owner in one form or another, basically since I was 14 years old. I've always had some sort of side hustle, some sort of side business with varying degrees of success. You know, the vast majority of my ideas and things that I have tried have been, I mean, I would say, you don't want to say the words abysmal failure because they're such a bummer. But that's what happens, you know, like, and you can't give up. You have to keep trying and trying and trying and trying. Like, your first idea is not going to work. Your first 10 ideas might not work. Your first 30 ideas that might not work. But as long as you keep having ideas and keep trying things, sooner or later, you're going to find a thing. And, you know, we're always willing to try new things. And, you know, Big Rob Deals is one of those new things. And it's been a blast. But like thinking about, all right, so as a small business owner, what does an electric car really mean to us? The electric car meant a lot to us and still means a lot to us now that we don't have him. Any acquisitions we go do, anytime we go to the post office, any of that, we are burning fossil fuels to do it. I realize that the electricity is also an expense. It does go on my electric bill. But it costs maybe $1.10 a day to charge Alessandro. It doesn't really cost, it adds about $30 a month to my power bill, is what it works out to. So it's about $1 a day. And that's using the battery almost all the way down, if not entirely down, every single day. Now, $30 is what it takes to fill up the tank of a compact car. And that's, I mean, you might have to do that once a week. So once a month or once a week, like that's the difference of, you know, like $90 to $100. And that's money that we don't spend on gasoline is money that we can reinvest in that small business. You know, when you're trying to get a small business going and make things work and make things be profitable, I mean, you really have to trim down the margins everywhere you can. When we're working in profit margins, you know, in the beginning with this thing where we're looking at, you know, reselling certain items and, you know, the margin is I mean, it's less than $5 of profit. Whatever you spend in gasoline to get that product, and then to get the stuff that you need to ship it, to go get boxes or tape or whatever, and then whatever you spend in gasoline to get it to the post office, and then whatever you spend in gasoline to go home, all of those things, like, you don't see it coming out of your wallet. You don't watch it happen, but it really is. It is coming out of your wallet. That money is coming, it's coming from somewhere. And that's a resource that you bought and that you had to expend some of to do that. And that all cuts into your profit margin. It's difficult to watch. It's difficult to measure. It's difficult to keep track of, and we just sort of take it for granted as a matter of course. But when you don't have to take it for granted that you're going to expend that gasoline, I'm super sorry that I keep turning my head, but I'm at a stoplight, and over here at the Chevron is a really, really sick vet, and they did the right thing, and they took those dumb chrome wheels that they always like to put. I hate chrome wheels on the vets, and they blacked out the wheels, and like, oh, it looks like they smoked the lights. And I don't grab my electronics when I'm in the car and wave them around, but I really want to right now. Oh, that's a good looking Corvette. All right, sorry, squirrel. What was I saying? Oh, you don't see that gasoline as an expense that's coming out of your pocket and hurting your small business, but it does. So having Alessandro to drive around town and to go, you know, hunt for things at yard sales and garage sales, and go to thrift stores and go to outlet stores, go to outlet malls, go to, you know, swap meets, go to, you know, any of these places that we might be able to source product for the Big Rob Deals shops, and being able to do all of that without burning that gasoline, without taking that extra hit as a small business is such a big deal. If you've never started a small business, but you've always been curious about it, I really recommend it. It'll be the hardest, most ridiculous, most frustrating, fantastic, wonderful, rewarding thing you ever did. It's amazing. People who run small businesses, entrepreneurs, are people who are willing to work 60 or 70 hours a week so they don't have to work 40 hours a week. And I know that sounds crazy, but like the privilege there is being able to work for yourself, being able to work from home, being able to work on the things that interest you. And those things usually don't pay as well as somebody else's ideas. Which is fine. Like there's nothing at all wrong with that. And I don't know. I've been really proud of Rob. I've been really proud of us, for sticking with this thing and moving it right along. And now, we're in a place where, I mean, it's a crossroads now, where we either keep doing the same volume that we're doing now or stop and let this thing remain a sort of profitable hobby, or it's time to go big. It's time to really invest in ourselves. It's time to invest in us. It's time to invest in Big Rob Deals and see if that dream can come to fruition the way that I think it will. And I'm all in, man. I have no doubts whatsoever this idea of Rob's was a good idea. I thought from the very first time that he mentioned it, I was like, yeah, this is a really awesome idea. And the thing that's most awesome about it is that when he's talking to me about it, he just lights up. He just looks excited. And I don't know, as a wife, when I see my husband get that excited about something, it kind of doesn't matter what the something is. I'm like, yeah, whatever the thing is that makes you that happy, that's the thing we'll do. And that's the thing that makes him happy, and so that's the thing we'll do, and it's making me happy too. So I'm really excited about that, and I'm excited to get to share it with you guys, and I'm excited to discuss a little bit about how much an electric car makes a difference, because right now we have this rental, and we have this Hyundai. And no matter what we do, no matter where we go, no matter what we're getting, no matter how much money we spend when we're out, we are also spending that money. We are also spending that resource of the fossil fuels, not to mention the pollution. I don't want you guys to think that I don't care about the environment with electric cars. I don't talk about it very often because there are a lot of voices for electric cars that are making a lot of noise, and rightfully so, about how bad fossil fuels are and carbon emissions are for the environment. We already know that. We know about global warming and climate change. We know about pollution. I know about pollution here in Las Vegas. Our inversion layer is terrible right now. We've got like smog. It's nasty. We know that the air all the way around the world has been designated by the World Health Organization to be a carcinogen. Just so you know, no matter where you are in the world, the air you breathe, the World Health Organization considers to be a carcinogen just because of the chemicals that are present within it. So we already know all that stuff. There's a lot of people talking about the environment. I don't need to be another loud voice in that particular echo chamber. I think the scientists are doing a fine job without me. My purpose is to talk about what is this? How does this really benefit me in the immediate present? What are the benefits that I personally can see and latch onto right now? And among those benefits is how little I actually have to spend on gasoline. It made a really big difference when I was a teacher, because teachers don't get paid any meaningful wage whatsoever at all, basically, no matter what their specialty is or how hard they work or how many credentials they have or how difficult their job is or whether or not they're a special ed teacher that occasionally will take a right cross to the face. That it doesn't matter how hard the job was. You never, ever, 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 ever in America get paid what you're worth. And so you're constantly trying to find ways to save money. And the struggle is real. Like the paycheck to paycheck thing, you're living paycheck to last week's paycheck. You can't even make it to this week's paycheck. It's a really, really hard life. And being able to drive Alessandro what it was costing me to put gas in my car, to get to and from work with the Passat that was replaced by Alessandro was, it was pretty much the amount of the car payment to get Alessandro in the first place. What a big deal that is. Like as a teacher, I ended up expending the same amount of money with, fuel before and then car payment and insurance now. But to not to see no fluctuation in my bank account and be able to drive a more reliable vehicle that I also didn't have to put gas in all the time. That just made a huge difference to me as a teacher. And now as a partner in a small business, as an entrepreneur, it means even more. And don't get me wrong, I'm grateful for this Kia. I'm grateful for rental car businesses. I'm grateful that there is a team of people working to fix Alessandro right now, and get my baby back to me. I'm filled with gratitude for all of these things. But you can't really beat the benefits of the electric car when it comes to entrepreneurship. And I don't know. It's just it's one of the things I wanted to share with my EVs people today. If there is anybody with a similar experience where you are a small business owner and your electric car or hybrid car has made a difference to you in your business expenses, has made your dreams of being an entrepreneur in any way, shape, or form more attainable, I would really love to hear your story. I want to know what your business is. I want to know what you do. I want to know how you do it. I want to know all of that stuff. So please let me know in the comments down below. If you're an entrepreneur and you think that an electric car might benefit you and you got some ideas about that, let's talk about that too. I really want to know these things. It's made a huge difference to me. I know it makes a big difference. I know it makes a big enough difference that Tesla developed an electric semi that a lot of corporations have already placed massive orders for, like Walmart and Pepsi. That obviously moving goods from place to place is an expense that cuts into your bottom line. When you have corporations like that investing in electric vehicles, it's clear. So why would that model not be scalable? Why would that not also apply to small business people like me, like Rob, to entrepreneurs like us? It is. The answer is it is. It absolutely is scalable and it absolutely is applicable. And it's been really, really cool to see it work in action. So I really want to know what you guys think about that. And I'm going to leave it right there today, guys. This has been a little bit of a longer one. I've been on my rambles, but I'm just happy to be vlogging again. And I'm happy to have gotten, I don't know, I feel like I'm getting the spirit back a little bit. My fire is relit. And I have tremendous gratitude for that. It's been a hard road getting back to feeling like myself and getting back to feeling like things are going to be okay and moving on and moving forward. And sometimes that growth process is painful. Sometimes you have to shed old parts of your life that you thought you'd always have and you didn't want to let go of. But you know, that's why they call them growing pains. It hurts, but it's all ended up being worth it. And I'm just happy and excited and grateful every day now when I wake up. I'm so excited to go to work. And then I know when I go home that I have this whole other project that's been happening all day long while I've been at work. When I get home, like I get to go to my Vegas magazine right now. I'm almost there and I'm like starting to get excited because I'm almost at work. And then when I get home, I know that there's going to be stuff to do for Big Rob Deals. And I'm super excited about that too. Like I'm over what my cup runneth over and I'm just delighted. So thanks everybody for sticking with me on the journey, and please let me know if you have any questions. Yeah, I think that's gonna about do it. If you would like to contribute to the Save Alessandro Fund, because that bill is a coming, and I'm frightened of it. I'll share a link below to the t-shirt shop. Please go ahead and put my t-shirts on your torso as a gesture of support. I would appreciate it. Or share it with your friends or whatever. And yeah, if this is your first time on the channel, thank you so much for watching. Please consider subscribing over here. Here's some other things I think you'll enjoy right down here. My name is Catherine. This is EVs of Nevada. Please remember to like, subscribe, and smile!